Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to I Loaf You. Today we are going to be making cheese and sausage pizzas. So we are going to start by taking our sausage out of its casing and putting it into our pan to get on the stove top so that we can cook it.
Alright, now we'll cook them on a semi-aggressive heat and start breaking down the fat and browning up the sausage. We just got to keep breaking this up so it eventually is about the size we want for on top of our pizza and all browned and happy. So we're cooking down quite a bit of the fat out. You can start to see some of the caramelization on the meat. Getting pretty close. Okay, we're going to transfer this to a bowl that has some paper towel at the bottom to absorb the grease. And that'll be all ready for pizza topping.
And now we are going to get started on making our pizza dough. Alright, so we are going to start by putting our warm water into our mixer bowl. So we'll measure that right out. And then to this, we are going to add our yeast and our granulated sugar. And we just want to whisk this up. So now we're just going to cover the top of our mixer bowl with a towel so that it keeps the heat in so we can let the yeast mixture develop before we continue. Alright, our yeast has created a nice foam on the top here. It's activated with the sugar. So we are going to now add our flour right on the top. And then our salt and our olive oil. The most important thing is just that you put your flour down before you put your salt in. Otherwise you will kill your yeast. And it won't end up rising. Alright, we're going to put our dough hook attachment on our mixer. And we are going to mix this up on a low speed until it's completely formed. Alright, our dough is nice and formed into a ball. And you can see here, it's all together and it's not sticky. So we are going to remove it from our mixer bowl and form it a little bit better into one consistent ball. And then we are going to put it into a bowl that we've put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom. And then we will just cover it with our towel again to let it rest. All right, our dough has doubled in size, so we are going to put a little bit of flour down on our table just so it doesn't stick, and we are going to remove it from the bowl. So now we are going to use a sharp knife and we're going to divide it up so that we can have it ready in our balls so that we can make our pizzas. Now we are just going to make them round it out so that we can let them sit until we are ready to put together our pizzas. Alright, so now I'm just going to put each one of these in a bag because it is going to be a little while before we are making our pizzas. So we just want to put it in a bag and squeeze all the air out. And we're just going to tie the top of it. And we are going to stick them in the refrigerator until we are ready to use them. Alright, and we've turned the oven on to 500 degrees. We have our pizza stone in there, ready to go, warming up so we can put our pizzas right in there on it. Alright, we have our dough has risen in the fridge for a little while, and so we are going to put some cornmeal down on our pizza peel just so that our pizza doesn't stick and we can transfer it right onto the pizza stone in the oven. Alright, we are going to be making a little bit of a smaller size pizza than we originally planned. So we are just going to divide these 1 pound balls of dough in half so we can move along. We are just going to form it into the shape of our pizza by hand. It doesn't need to be anything real pretty, but it'll be thinner towards the middle and you want it to be a little thicker towards the edges. And then we will lay it on the peel, put our toppings on, and get it in the oven. If you want, at this point, you can roll over your crust a little bit so that it's a little thicker at the edges. If you wanted a stuffed crust, you could put a little bit of cheese there and fold the crust over it. We are just going with a traditional pizza on our end today. We'll now put just a little bit of olive oil down on our pizza dough and just get that spread around a little bit. And we are going to top with our sauce. You don't need a lot, just a little is good. Right, we are going to sprinkle on just a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and then put our mozzarella shredded cheese on top. And we are going to put it onto our pizza stove. Now we will have that one in the oven while we form our second pizza. We are going to follow through in the same manner, but we are going to add our sausage pieces on top. Alright, we're bubbling. It looks delicious.